In the world of virtual production, it's really important to incorporate both physical and background elements within Unreal and real life to create something cohesive. By including background, middle ground, and foreground elements that match the Unreal environment used in physical production, the audience can be immersed in a world other than our own. But what are the components that help us plan these spectacular ideas into a fantastical reality? As a production designer in virtual production, I use the concept of blending in my everyday work. But what is that? For a virtual production I designed called Balancing Act, I used background, middle ground, and foreground elements to superimpose itself with the floor. Here, I used a combination of burlap, hay, and dead grass bundles. As we moved towards the top of the frame, I used crisscrossing lights, flags, and ropes to create depth within the scene. But it also matched what was in the background of the environment, creating an illusion that the environment was real. Now, combining this with my experience in Unreal Engine and applying it to my most recent film I've directed, Nuclear Umbrella, I've used the ability to move the camera around in the engine to plan my shots more effectively and deliberately, but also so I can use it as previs for my design plans. These screenshots come to act as a convergence between a storyboard, a production design plan, a shooting plan, and a construction plan. Together, these ideas really come to life once the whole thing is in production, where through camera movement, actor movement, and movement of the materials around them, the environment becomes more real through its depth. But there's still much more to it. If we rewind and pause for a moment, we'll see in the foreground that there's snow falling that is not on the Unreal stage. It's not in the Unreal Engine, but it's something that we mimicked to supplement it. In this case, it was someone very close to the camera dropping snow in front of it, or the snow was, in fact, foam from a pillow. Going back into the actual engine itself, I was able to open the emitter that this environment came with when I purchased it for my project. In doing so, even though I hadn't really seen the way that this emitter in particular has been laid out or the way to do it, it was a pretty intuitive process and I learned a lot. Within minutes of fiddling with it, I was able to match the velocity of our real-life practical snow to match on the wall and create a seamless blend. With all of this squared away, it's time to move into visual effects, or VFX, in post-production. In doing so, I will use Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro combined with VFX assets and ones that I come up with myself to create layers of smoke, dust, and snow that match the two other layers that I have done on set and within the engine. But I still have a long way to go, and I'm very excited to show you when I get to that point. Until then, thanks, and have a good one.